Today's the day. Today's the day you decided to head out and test drive a new or used car. I'm going to give you 10 steps on how to test drive like a pro. Now at this point, you've already decided on the manufacturer or brand, the type of vehicle like sedan, truck, or sports car, and even narrowed it down to the dealership or maybe even found a salesperson you trust. Shameless plug, me, the Nissan car guy, would be great. Here are the 10 steps you want to follow so you can be sure to make a well-informed decision about your next purchase. Let's do it.
Step 1. Let the salesperson pull the car out of the parking spot and you hop in the passenger seat. You want the salesperson to pull it out for you because these parking spots can get pretty tight at car dealerships. They line them up really nice, they look really pretty lined up, but they can be a little difficult to get out. Plus, it gives you the ability to look at the vehicle from the outside, seeing it drive, seeing it start initially. And then you also want to hop in the passenger seat. When you hop in the passenger seat, you're going to get the perspective from the passenger. You're going to be able to see all the stuff that your passengers will see, from the glove compartment box to some of the control systems to the visor, and even to the height adjuster for the seat belts. So you'll be able to enjoy the comfort of the passenger seat while the salesperson starts the drive. Now for step number 2, before you go on the drive, you want to pass your phone over to the salesperson, have them pair the phone to the Bluetooth for you, and let them drive off the lot. Now, you want them to pair it for you, so that way you'll be able to use that phone a little bit later during the demo drive. And pulling off the lot is extremely important for the salesperson to do, because it will then allow you the ability to see what the drive's going to be like, and the salesperson knows the roads. When they pull the car out of the drive spot, they know how busy and how active the roads can be. So let them do it initially. That way you can get your bearings. And this whole time while you're sitting in the seats, you're experiencing the seats. For instance, this is the 2020 Nissan Murano. It comes with the NASA-inspired zero-gravity seating here in the front seats, which are extremely comfortable, and that's something you'll be able to experience at that time when you're in the passenger seat. Step number 3, let the salesperson pull over the vehicle, you get out of the car, and you hop into the passenger side, or in the driver's side. When you get into the driver's side, you adjust the seat, the mirrors, and the steering wheel to your comfort level. Get yourself extremely comfortable before you drive off. And sidebar, tip for the salespeople, always wait by the driver's side door. That way they feel comfortable getting in, and in case they have any question about the controls. Step number 4 is to ask for directions. Before you start your drive, you want to know what the drive route's going to be like. So best person to answer that question for you is going to be the salesperson. Is there going to be a stop coming ahead? Are we going to make a right at the stop, a left? How far forward do we go? And then they'll give you the step-by-step instructions on what to do from that point. If you're familiar with the roads like I am right now, just go ahead and continue forward. Which will lead us to step number 5. Step number 5 is be quiet. At this point, you want to be able to ask your salesperson, hey, is it okay if we turn the radio down, turn the air conditioning down, not say anything? You want to experience the car when it's quiet. You want to hear for all of those different sounds. So those sounds could be the noise from the road, the noise from the wind, the way the vehicle accelerates, decelerates, the brakes, the steering. You want to be able to hear all of those different sounds and pay attention to everything, because it'll tell you a lot about the vehicle. Step number 6. Turn like a boss. turn the vehicle, use the steering, feel what it is like to steer at high speeds, at low speeds. You really want to get a sense of how well it responds to how much or how little input you put into the steering wheel. Again, remember, you're on a test drive for a car that you're going to be using and buying for the future. You're going to use this as a daily driver, maybe for work, whatever it is that you're going to be driving for. You want to drive it for those kind of conditions. So steer like you would steer normally, and then also steer maybe like in certain aggressive situations. Feel how much or little input there is, how much sway there is. When you accelerate, take your hands off the steering wheel. See if it pulls to the left or pulls to the right. Does it have a lot of torque steer? And then step number 7. Fast and Furious time, stop on a dime. You want to be able to accelerate aggressively. Now, you're not going to race anybody on a demonstration drive, but you do want to feel what it is like to get speed up quickly. So whether you are merging onto the freeway, whether you are entering an on-ramp or off-ramp, you want to be able to accelerate from a stop position forward, as well as a higher rate of speed, and see how it feels. And at the same time, you also want to be able to experience how it stops. So it is important at this point, when you do any aggressive braking, that everybody in the car is well aware of what's going to happen. So you let everybody know, hey, I'm going to stop aggressively. Get yourself up to a nice rate of speed, and then hit the brakes. So I'm triggering those ABS brake actuators. I want to see how well they perform. Now, in a new car, you might not necessarily need to do that quite as often, but on pre-owned cars, if you're searching for a used vehicle, you definitely want to experience that and see if you can trigger that ABS brake, which is that shutter brake. You want to be able to have that come on without any noticeable lights causing any kind of issues or concerns, because ABS brakes, and what they are, just real quick explanation, is the brakes hit after a couple moments. Once you slam on the brakes, they'll do like the stutter step, and what that brakes does, it doesn't stop you faster, but it allows you to stay in control of the vehicle. So if somebody stops really fast in front of you and you stop and those ABS brakes hit, you are able to turn out of the way, as opposed to those wheels locking in on you without being able to turn, and it will just slide right into the car. So ABS brakes, really important system. Step number 8, pump up the volume. At this point of the drive, after we've stopped, now's a great time to go back to our radio, and we've paired our phone, find your favorite song that you like, and play it. So just press play, make sure the volume's up, and then listen to it. Turn it up loud, turn it up low. Hear all the bass, the treble, the fade, the balance, all the stuff that's important to you, but also drive with it on. If you drive with it on normally, you want to drive with it on now. If you don't use it, or you put talk radio on, put that on. Drive the car like you would normally drive on every single day, regular day situations. That way you can experience it as though you own it. And then start driving. Play it, listen to the music. I'll keep it on for a second here. And then tip number 9 is to pull back into the dealership. Now you want to park in the dealership yourself. You want to find the dealership. I'm just going to take a parking spot here. You want to get back into the dealership and find a parking spot. A spot that you can get in and out of comfortably. Be comfortable but find a spot that's comfortable. So I'll find one right here. Engage the rear view camera if it has it. If it has the around view camera, use that. Just like that. And then tip number 10, now it's time to play with the buttons. Now you want to look at all the buttons. You want to play with everything. You want to see how everything works, where all the buttons are, the ergonomics of the car, how easy are they to reach, how easy are they to see. I love Nissans because not only do we have the touchscreen, but you still have the hard buttons here. You can see the dual climate control, the USB ports below. Look at everything now. Now's the time to play with the buttons and see how the things work. The auto on and off headlights, everything about the vehicle. Now's the time. You don't want to do that when you're driving, because again, you're just getting used to the vehicle. It's all new to you. So you don't want to play with things while you're driving. Take your time after you parked, found a location that's safe. Now play with the buttons. And step number 11, think about your regular driving route or what you plan on using this vehicle for. If you're going to go off-road with the car, ask the salesperson, is there a place that we can use this a little bit off-road? Loose gravel area. If you're freeway driving, see if you can go onto the freeway. Ask them if they have permission to do that, or take you to a street where you can get acceleration up. Find a route that the salesperson knows that's within their insurance that they can take you to, that you can experience your day-to-day driving or what you plan on using the vehicle for. Very important tips. Those were 10 steps on how to do a test drive like a pro, and a little bonus one there at the end. I hope you enjoy this. Hope this was helpful. I am the Nissan car guy here, Anthony Mendoza, Internet Director with Empire Nissan in Ontario. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification. I will post weekly on my channel, the Nissan Car Guy, the YouTube channel. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.